Children, good morning. Today we are going to complete our first lesson, our Earth and its movement. Okay, na? Earth is rotating from east to west side. East to west. Yesterday we learned about, day before yesterday we learned about the latitudes and longitudes. Yesterday we learned about the rotation and little bit revolution. Rotation, what is rotation? The earth has two simultaneous movements. One is rotation. Rotation means the earth rotates on its own axis is called a rotation. It will take 24 hours. It means one day. One rotation will complete if one rotation wants to complete, it will take 24 hours. It means one day. One day consists of half daytime, one daytime, one night time. It is total one day 24 hours. It means 12 hours daytime, 12 hours night time. Okay children, it is rotation. What is axis? Axis is an imaginary line which runs the center of the earth. Center of the earth. Center of the earth. It is axis. The earth rotates on its own axis. బొంగరం యొక్క కిందన ఏదైతే టాప్ లాంటిది ఉంటుందో, బాటంలో అడుగున సూది మొన లాంటిది ఉంటుందో, దానిపైన బొంగరం ఎలా చుట్టూతో తిరుగుతుందో, అలాగే the earth also rotates on its own axis. It will to complete its rotation. From here to it is rotating on its own axis. It will take 24 hours, 12 hours daytime, 12 hours night time. It is a rotation. The earth rotates on its own axis is called a rotation. Okay, let us go about this revolution. The earth revolves around the sun on the same axis. The earth is rotating on its own axis around the sun. It is called a revolution. The earth rotates around the sun. The layer, the line, around the sun, this place which the earth rotates around the sun, this round is called a orbit. The place which is rounded by sun, on which the earth rotates, this place is called an orbit. Okay, the earth rotates. While rotating the earth, day by day, the place of the earth, just it will move from one place to another place. The place of axis will be changed. Like that, it is moving, it will comes around the earth. When the places near to the sun, very near to the sun, these are feeling summer season. Very far from the sun, it is winter season. Why? Because these places are leaning away from the sun. These places are leaning. Again, it will come near to the sun. It will get the summer season. Again, this place will comes here. It will comes winter season. Okay, children? It is called the revolution. The earth rotates on its own axis around the sun is called a revolution. It will take 365 days. 365 days. What will happen with this revolution, causing seasons. When the earth become very near to the sun, it is a summer. And the opposite the part of the earth leaning away from the sun, it feels winter. It is little bit different. One is spring, one is autumn. But in India, we count the rainy season, the winter season and the summer season. Okay? Seasons are caused due to the revolution of the earth around the sun and also due to the tilt of the earth's axis. The earth tilts at an angle of 23.5 degrees to its plane of rotation. Every day the earth tilts 23.5 degrees difference from that place. When one part of the earth leans towards the sun, the other part leans away from the sun. Here it is the part of the earth here, it become very near to the earth. It feels summer season. This part of the earth will leaning away from the, far away from the sun. It will feels the winter season. The part leaning towards the sun experience summer season, while the part leaning away experience the winter season. There are four main seasons that the earth experiences: summer, winter, spring and autumn. When the North Pole is tilted towards the sun, places in the northern hemisphere experience summer season in June. When the North Pole just becomes towards the earth, towards the sun, near to the sun, it means when the North Pole comes near to the sun, the South Pole is far from the sun, very far away from the sun. It means the places in the northern hemisphere feel summer season and the places in the southern hemisphere winter season. When the earth moves and when the earth changes its place, again when moving it moving from one place to another place, when the southern pole will comes near to the sun, in the southern hemisphere, the places in the southern hemisphere feel summer season. The northern pole is very far from the sun. It means in the northern hemisphere, the places in the northern hemisphere feel the winter season. Okay, children? When the North Pole is tilted towards the sun, places in the northern hemisphere experience summer season in June. This is known as summer solstice. 21st June. When the South Pole is tilted towards the sun, the southern hemisphere experience summer season in December. Okay? This is known as winter solstice. When the South Pole will comes towards the sun, the northern hemisphere feels winter solstice. 22nd December. On March 21st and September 23, the rays of the sun fall directly on the equator. In the middle of the earth. It is passing on the 0 degrees. It is called a equinox. Equinox. When the sun rays falls directly on the equator. Which date? March 21st and September 23. It is called a equinox. Equinox means the day and the night is very equal. Perfectly. The remaining days in the summer season, 5 o'clock only we get sunlight. In the evening 8 o'clock also we get sunlight. It means in the summer season the days are very long. The nights are short. In the winter season, in the morning 7 also we get darkness in the winter season. And when 5 or 6 o'clock only we get darkness. It means in the winter season the days are very long. The days are very short in the winter season. The night are very long. Why? Because lot of darkness covers in the morning and evening. It means we get night. Mostly we feel night hours. But on March 21st, September 23rd, the sun rays falls directly on the equator. Only these 2 days. It is called equinox. Why? Because the day and night equal hours. This is on March 21st and September 23rd. The rays of the sun fall directly on the equator. This is called an equinox. It is equal day and night. Thus, there are 4 seasons that the earth experiences. Here it is. March, June 21st. The half part of the earth, summer season. Here, December 22nd. Okay children, when the earth moves from one place to another place, when these places will change, when the earth rotates on its own axis around the sun, the seasons will cost. When it will come near to the sun, it will feel summer season. When go away, very far leans away from the sun, it will feel winter season, rainy season, autumn season, spring season. There are 4 main seasons. In India, we can count rainy, winter and summer season. Okay children, we have completed this first lesson. Let us go about the summative and formative assessment, page number 10. Tick the correct. All are able to understand about this lesson. If anybody have any doubt, you can call the school phone number. You can clarify what are the difficulties in this lesson. If any problem, any doubts in this lesson, you can call to link number. Okay children? Okay. Summative and formative assessments. Tick the correct option. How many continents are there on the earth? First day we learn about the continents. The 29% of land has been divided into 7 continents. How many continents? 7. How many continents now? There are 7 continents. Page number 10. Bit A. First one, 7. And Tropic of Cancer lies at the Tropic of Cancer lies at the northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere? Northern hemisphere. On which degrees? The 23.5 degrees north. The Tropic of Cancer lies at 23.5 degrees north. The opposite, in the south side 23.5 degrees we called Tropic of Capricorn. The longitude passing through Greenwich is marked as 0 degrees. 0 degrees. The prime meridian. This is 0 degrees and this is the prime meridian. It is also marked as 0 degrees, which is passed from the Greenwich, London. The smallest continent in the world. Which is the largest continent? Asia is the largest continent. And which is the smallest continent? Australia. Among 7 continents, Australia is the smallest continent. Okay. Again I will repeat. How many continents are there on the earth? There are 7 continents. Tropic of Cancer lies at 23.5 degrees north. The longitude passing through Greenwich is marked as 0 degrees. The smallest continent in the world is Australia and the largest one is Asia. Okay, let us go page number 11. Page number 11. Fill in the blanks. Seabed. Page number 11. Okay. Continents are separated by large expanses of water are called. Continents are separated by large expanses of water called. What are those? First one, oceans. Continents నుండి separate చేయబడిన water bodies ని oceans అంటారు. The word dash means midday. What is that? The meridian. The word meridian means midday. These meridians are touching where the middle of the day. These are touching on the same places. These are the meridians. Okay, children? Okay. The word meridian means midday. The dash is an imaginary line that runs from the center of the earth to the poles. It is. What is this? This is axis. Axis is an imaginary line. Imaginary line. Imaginary line. The center of the earth. Passing center of the earth to the poles. Axis. 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 The axis is an imaginary line that runs from the center of the earth to the poles. Fourth one. Dash causes day and night. Rotation or revolution causes day and night, ma? Rotation will cause. Rotation causes day and night. Rotation. Rotation causes day and night. Fifth one. The earth moves around the sun on its own path. Path means dari. Dari. Called the orbit. Now only the earth on its own axis which it's going around the sun. This path, dari, the name antaru orbit. What is that? Okay. Again I will repeat this, fill in the blanks. Continents are separated by large expanses of water called oceans. The word meridian means midday. The axis is an imaginary line that runs from the center of the earth to the poles. The rotation of the earth causes day and night. The earth moves around the sun on its own path called the orbit. And the d-bit here they are given the d-bit. What are they? Define the following. If you are having textbooks, you can find these definitions and write here. If it is possible, the textbooks are with you. I'll explain now. Define the following terms. Globe. What is a globe? What is a globe? A globe is a small model of the earth. A globe is a small model of the earth. D-bit. Page number 11 lo D-bit. Okay. Define the following. Globe. A globe is a small model of the earth. A globe is a small model of the earth. Continent. What are continent? A large land masses. A large land masses. Not in the piece of land. A large land masses are called continents. Ocean. A large water bodies. A large water bodies. Means not a bottle of water, a pinch of water, a pot of water is not ocean, not a river. A large water bodies are called oceans. Rotation. The earth rotates on its own axis is called a rotation. How much time it will take? It will take 24 hours to complete one rotation. Revolution. The earth rotates on its own axis around the sun. Around the sun. Not only its axis, it rotates around the sun is called a revolution. It will take 365 days. 365 days means 1 year. Again I will repeat. Globe. A globe is a small model of the earth. A globe is a small model of the earth. Continent. A large land masses. A large land masses are called a continents. Ocean. A large water bodies are called as oceans. Rotation. The earth rotates on its own axis is called a rotation. Revolution. The earth rotates on its axis around the sun is called a revolution. Okay children, is it clearer? Okay. Page number 10. Let's revise. Earth is the only planet which has life on it. A globe is small model of the earth which gives us an accurate picture of the surface and location of places on smaller scale. Large land masses on the earth's surface that are surrounded by water on all sides are called continents. Many imaginary lines are drawn parallel to the equator which are called parallels of latitudes. The parallels and meridians cross each other and form a network. This is called a grid. When the latitudes and longitudes, here the latitudes, the parallel lines passing on the earth, the vertical lines are passing on the earth. When this is going like this parallelly, this is going vertically. When these crisscross, the crisscross network formation of the latitudes and longitudes, when this is going like this, these all are going like this, these all are going like this. When the place they will cut, it will make small boxes. These are called a grid. The crisscross network formation of latitudes and longitudes is called a grid. When it is going accident, ఇది ఇలా వెళ్తుంది, ఇది ఇలా వెళ్తుంది, అప్పుడు ఇవి ఒకటినొకటి క్రాస్ చేసుకునేటప్పుడు, ఒకటినొకటి టచ్ అయ్యి క్రాస్ చేసేటప్పుడు ఇలా బాక్సెస్ లాగా ఏర్పడుతున్నాయి. These places, these boxes are called grid. When the crisscross network formation of latitudes and longitudes are called a grid. Why? Because what is the use of this grid? To locate, to find the place. To find the place. Where if we find any place, we can draw the angle of latitude, degrees of latitude and degrees of longitude. When this crisscross on the same degrees, it is the, we can find the, for example, in the, this is the west, north, east, south. 10 degrees of west longitude and 20 degrees of north latitude. There is a Mumbai. How we can find? Here it is 0 degrees. Here it is 0 degrees. For example, here it is 0 degrees. Here it is 0 degrees. Here it is a 0 degrees. What they are saying? West, east, north, south. Here it is 0 degrees. 10 degrees of west longitude. It is 10 10 degrees west side here. Okay, this is for example, it is 10 degrees of west longitude and 20 degrees of northern latitude. This is the northern hemisphere, this is the southern hemisphere. 20 degrees here. Here 20 degrees north. Here 10 degrees west. When it is passing and it is passing, with the help of this box, we can find this box. This is a grid. Grid, here we can find Mumbai. This place is Mumbai. We can find like this with the help of these latitudes and longitudes. Is it clear, children, about this grid? The crisscross network formation of a latitudes and longitudes, we can find the accurate place, the correct place with the help of this grid. The angle, the degrees of the place, we can find the places. The spinning of the earth on its own axis is called a rotation. There are 4 main seasons of the earth: summer, winter, autumn and spring. Any doubt, children? Okay, look at page number 8. It is the earth. Earth looks like a blue. It will looks in the round like a ball. It is in the shape of spherical. It is also the model of the earth. It is a globe. It is a globe. These are the world. These vertical lines are meridians. These parallel lines are latitudes. These, when the crisscross formation, here also box, here also, this is called a grid. Okay. You can draw, you can color the picture as it is from page number 5 to in this page number 6. Here, the latitudes. Here are the latitudes of the earth. Parallels are the latitudes. Okay. And here it is there are so many latitudes. 180 latitudes. It is not possible to remember all those latitudes names. These are the important latitudes of the earth. 0 degrees on the 0 degrees equator, on the 23.5 degrees north tropic of Cancer, and the 23.5 degrees south is tropic of Capricorn, and the 66.5 degrees north Arctic Circle, and in the 66.5 degrees on the south Antarctic Circle. These 90 degrees North Pole and 90 degrees South Pole. This is the main important latitudes of the earth. You can learn from your textbook if it is there with you. And these are the longitudes. These are the vertical lines connecting the poles. It is connecting and dividing the earth into 2 equal parts, the equator. And these are the longitudes. These are the longitudes. These are the longitudes which run from the North Pole to South Pole. These are the crisscross network formation of latitudes and longitudes. You can find the which I have explained now on the degrees of 10 degrees west longitude and 20 degrees north latitude. Okay. And this is the axis, and this is the rotation of the earth, the revolution, how the seasons are causing. And these are the bits we are completed. Thank you children for listening my class.